Nash has certainly been a great addition to the Seahawk defense.
And Jacob Reid wraps him up back at the 36-yard line.
Jeff Bryant coming from the right. Plunkett, the Seahawks' third sack this afternoon.
All these pitches here, I mean, we could tell you everything that happened in those games. I remember that. That was that's when I first came to Seattle. This was with Jack Patera, John Thompson, and Herman Sikowski when I was drafted. I didn't realize I was going to Seattle, Washington. I really didn't know if I was going to stay. I thought I was going to D.C., but I knew it wasn't the Redskins.
Yeah.
And then when I got here, I saw all the green stuff. Knew it wasn't Washington, D.C., it was the state of Washington. So.
This one was when I was coming down after being drafted to Seattle. It was my first time going on a helicopter ride.
You flew a helicopter.
Yeah,
Wait, they flew you in a helicopter?
Yeah,
I came in on a bus.
I didn't get a helicopter ride.
So they met me at the airport, of course, and they put me on this helicopter. I'm like, what have I gotten myself into? Because I was nervous and everything. They dropped us down on the playing field where we practiced at in Kirkland and went in for a news conference. That brings back that memory.
Seattle's defense featured the three-man front of Jacob Green and Jeff Bryant, flanking noseman Joe Nash. From this trio, there was unleashed one of the fiercest pass rushes in the NFL.
I came in 1980, and then in 82, Joe and Jeff came. What we had going for 9 years, 10 years in a row.
10 years, yeah.
That we started every game, and we played more plays than any.
That's right. We didn't have situations. We played every play and got mad if they take us out.
They got mad if they took us out.
Oh yeah. We don't want to come off the field.
I mean, we literally started every game. It's like that Die Hard commercial where the battery was out there, the snow was all, and the guy go out to his car and he'd start the car. And they say, Die Hard start every time. Well, some kind of way we got the name the Die Hards because we started all the time. And so, you know, it was always Joe. You knew you was gonna have Joe, Jeff, and Jake. You ain't have to worry about anything else.
Yeah.
I mean, that was done. I mean, we 75 plays, 80.
Even if somebody was hurt during practice, they're gonna start on that Sunday.
Yeah, we start on a Sunday, and that point in time, we had like 65 sacks.
Yeah.
From a
three-man
line. And Joe would always get double teamed, maybe triple teamed, and Boogie and I would get double teamed. But the guy who got the single guy had to win, and that's why we were successful.
The quickest of Seattle's linemen was number 79, Jacob Green. Nose tackle Joe Nash continued to pose problems for teams who tried anything up the middle. And number 77, Jeff Bryant, was a dominant pass rushing force.
I remember meeting both of them. You know, I'm looking at these two guys that are rookies and saying, you know, these some big guys.
Seattle's first-round selection, defensive end Jeff Bryant of Clemson.
In 1982, Jeff Bryant was our #1 draft pick 2 years before the end. I was the #1 draft pick, and then in between that was Kenny Easley, so I knew our defense was going to be built.
Bryant came to Seattle largely unknown, but it didn't take long for the big defensive end to make a name for himself in the Seattle front four.
And then Joe was a free agent, and Joe probably shocked people more than anybody else because he was a free agent, and pretty soon Joe came in and he was starting, and he kind of the leader of our front three and kind of directing us if something ever happened that we have a brain fart. Joe could tell us what to do. At the end of the day, like that stadium gets loud now, the Kingdom was rocking.
It's Seattle Seahawks football time once again. The fans on their feet.
They couldn't hear anything. They had to watch us for movement because they couldn't hear it. That place was rocking. Yeah. And the fans, I always tell people, half of my sacks here at home, the fans had a lot to do with it because they couldn't hear the snap count.
A lot of teams spent the whole week before concerned about coming to the Kingdom.
You're right.
Yeah. I mean, it totally concerned them. They'd be talking to guys. We we had aircraft engine noise being run in the
Yeah,
back
that's right.
as we were trying to practice during that week.
Yep.
And it's like, you know, I can remember playing the Raiders and Mickey Marvin had his air holes taped
really?
shut.
Yeah.
Like, what's a piece of tape going to do? It's not going to stop the noise. The fans were fantastic. They were absolutely, you know, since the franchise was so young, it really didn't matter how we did.
Yeah.
They still they loved us as a team, and they were fantastic fans. Fortunately, we did win some, but they were always there.
Yep.
I mean, we came back from Miami, and that airport was packed after that playoff win. Well, that's Miami right there.
That's
right?
the Miami
game. Yeah.
And Boogie gave the ball to Chuck.
Yeah. And everybody started chanting, Chuck, Chuck, Chuck.
Yeah, first playoff victory. Yeah.
Don't you remember we were late flying? We flew down there, and the plane, for some reason, was late.
Yeah.
We ended up getting in at like 3 or 4 in the morning.
No
We
one
went
gave
out to
us a
practice
chance
the next
on
day.
that
Actually,
game.
didn't even. I don't. It was like the next day was a blur.
Yeah.
And then we went to play the game.
Yeah.
The Seahawks are going to play in the AFC Championship game next week. Hard to believe.
Did you ever think you'd hear yourself say that?
Yeah.
And we shocked the world.
We did.
And we had a big part on that plane coming back too.
Yeah.
It was great.
Everybody in there contributed. It's a heck of a win for us. We need to get my man up here right now, Boogie.
They had me doing the hip hip parade
Hip hip
after
parade.
the big win. It was always exciting.
Do you remember the first training camp? Well, our first training camp. Strike year, 1982. Jack Patera, head coach.
Everybody was lining up going out to the field. All the guys was lining up at the waterfront. I'm like, what are they doing? You gonna have some more water out there? They said, Rook, you better load up now because we don't get water during practice. I'm like, man, it's 100 degrees out here, dry humidity. But I called my attorney that night. I'm like, what's going on here? They don't let us have water. This is unheard of. And sure enough, I'm like, they're gonna kill somebody out here. And then one day he finally gave us some water. The day he let us get water, Jacob gets into a fight with the water boy, and they took the water back.
I didn't get in a fight with the water boy. I just
snatched the bottle.
I snatched the bottle from the water boy because he was taking our water and
Right.
giving it to the DB.
That's right.
So Jack might have saw somebody told him, and so that was his reason for taking the water.
Yeah, he wanted to take it anyway, didn't he?
Yeah, because I took our water because he was taking our water, giving it to
That was
the
unheard-
defensive back.
that was unheard of.
Yeah.
You
And
know,
then there's
that's
the time that we were the only 3 defensive linemen in practice during training camp.
Wow, that was
And
We did both sides.
we did both sides. We did.
we did
Yeah.
the scout. I mean, we
Scout,
did
yeah,
the
we
scout
did.
team,
Yeah.
and then we went through our defensive periods, went through pass rush.
Then we did the scrimmage.
We
yeah.
scrimmage. What about this? We were playing Minnesota. And,
Yeah, there we go.
I'll let Jeff tell y'all that story.
Well, we was playing Minnesota, and everybody knew the left tackle. He had a broke hand or something, and he was in a cast, so he couldn't hold that game. So I had me a real fun first half. I think I had about 2 or 3 sacks. And then the unfortunate happened right before halftime. They was running a trap toward me, and I spilled the trap and everything, but the running back came up in my hip and gave me a hip pointer. But whatever they did, I couldn't walk, so.
He was
These guys, this guy right here, Mr. Green, I hear they was fighting to get to that position.
I want to be over there.
He had each one of the position guys lined up behind Boogie guy, and nobody else rushing through the line. So he had 4 guys lined up on this one guy. They could have ran trap or anything else and scored a touchdown, but we wanted a piece of this guy. Oh, that was pretty good. Yeah, that was funny.
Yeah, that was funny.
That was real funny.
And we won the game, so it was all fun.
Yeah.
You know, we play with pride and we play with hustle, and you know, we just let it all hang out.
The game that Jacob came back after his father passed away was, I've never seen anybody play with the passion and.
Just to be out there playing.
Yeah, I just never seen anybody do what he did that
He
day.
played out his mind.
He did.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
We was
Absolutely.
there for him too.
Yeah.
Because he didn't have to play, but he sucked it up and went out and.
Yeah. I was playing, I was crying, I was sad, but I was in a whole different zone. And I remember one time where the offensive lineman, he was trying to set on me, and I literally picked him up and just I mean,
Reggie White.
he's 320 pounds.
Yeah.
Picked him up and just
Perennial
Set him aside, yeah.
set him aside, and then went and got the quarterback. But all that was just because of the emotions and like I said, and these guys were playing for me too. I mean, that was probably one of our greatest games we played.
Remember that time I got hit with the snowball right before the snap? And
Jeff didn't move.
He hit me with the snowball, so it kind of pissed me off a little bit. Quarterback was right there in the end zone, so I reached my arm out and swung it.
Yep.
I think
it was a safety. He thought it was a leg whip.
They actually stopped the game, and the referee asked the other coach to say something. So the coach came over and said, "This is not Cleveland."
Well, the next person that sees anybody throw anything onto this field, point them out, and get them out of here. You don't live in Cleveland. You live in Cincinnati.
Okay.
Wow. Senior citizen parking only. Joe Nash. I remember that.
Yeah.
I was gone.
That's what happens when you're around so long.
Yeah.
Howard, the old assistant equipment manager, saw me walking up from the church parking lot down below.
That's pretty good.
He said, "What are you doing walking up here?" You know, I said, "Well, all the parking spaces is gone already. All the young guys got here a little earlier, and it takes me a little longer to get moving." And he said, "We're gonna fix that." So I was assured of a parking spot every time.
Wow.
I came up there.
Wow. What'd you play? 13?
15.
15.
We had fun. We worked hard and played hard.
Yep. We worked hard. We practiced hard, and I wanted to be the best. And some of the times where we didn't get all the recognition is because of where we were and where we played, because people couldn't see the Seahawks every Sunday like they see them now. You know, I had a great career here, but there's no way that I couldn't have done it without these two guys here, period. We wanted to be good. We wanted to be great. We wanted to be the best at our position when we were playing, and we were when we were playing the game.
Jacob, Joe, and myself, we was involved in 2 strikes, and his numbers would have been a whole lot more than 97 sacks, so he should be considered for the Pro Football Hall of Fame. Jacob.
Absolutely.
I want to see 77 and 72 go up, because they deserve to be up in the Seahawk Ring of Honor alongside Tez and myself. And I tell people all the time, if you dealt with one of us, you had to deal with all 3 of us.
Good friends, we respect each other, but aside from that, we just had a natural chemistry.
Not only did we play together, but we were friends. We did everything together. A lot of times after practice, we would take our families and go eat breakfast up in Snoqualmie Ridge. And
yeah, we truly are a brotherhood. I remember these guys came all the way to Framingham, Massachusetts for my short-lived wedding.
During the off season, even if we didn't see each other, we go back home to Texas. Joe go to Boston, and Jeff went to Atlanta, but we would stay in touch. I mean, it's just, I think the bond just became. I mean, it's like brothers like now, and we'll forever be connected. The diehards, they live forever. We might be dead one day, but the diehards gonna live forever. That's for sure. So.
Couldn't be prouder of a group, any more than I am of this group. Get up here, Boogie.